Hello and welcome to Straight to the Comments, where we read the comment sections of tabloid news articles. Please stay to the end of the video to hear my opinion on this topic, and of course let me know your opinion by leaving a comment. Please like and subscribe.
Kate Middleton has been left devastated by finding freedom revelations about her feud with Meghan Markle, while Prince Harry and Prince William are having stilted and difficult conversations. According to royal experts, Kate Middleton, 38, has been left deeply affected by feud enveloping the firm. Breakdown in relations has been laid bare in new biography Finding Freedom. Royal experts said Prince Harry, 35, and Prince William, 38, are still speaking. Phil Dampier added conversations between the brothers are stilted and difficult. Royal author Andrew Morton has revealed how Kate has been left devastated by the feud enveloping the royal family, telling New Idea, "There's no doubt the rift between Harry and William has deeply affected Kate. It upsets her." Meanwhile, Phil Dampier said the bombshell book would do little to heal the relationships between the Duke and Prince William, 38, explaining, "I'm told that the pair are speaking at the moment, but the conversations are stilted and difficult." Kate and Prince William are currently staying at Amner Hall in Norfolk with Prince William and the couple's children Prince George, 7, Princess Charlotte, 5, and Prince Louis, 2. The explosive new book claims relations between the Sussexes and the Cambridges grew so bitter that by March the couples were barely speaking. There are also fears the book's publication could spark a fresh rift within the royal family. While the authors detail how Kate did little to bridge the divide with Meghan, Andrew pointed out that the Duchess had definitely sided with her husband. He said the royal had been acting as a loyal wife, adding that there had been split blood on both sides. Meanwhile, he called the divide between Prince Harry and Prince William just a very sad situation, explaining that the duo have now gone their separate ways. Phil added that the biography was concerning because it could potentially damage the relationship between the two brothers. Scobie and Duran, they have spoken to more than 100 sources, including close friends of Harry and Meghan's, royal aides and palace staff, past and present, with all the information in the book having at least 2 sources. The Duke and Duchess deny giving any interviews or contributing to the book directly, but the intimate nature of some details raises questions over who the sources were. But Phil went on to point out that the couple haven't issued any statements to suggest the book's content is false. He said, "They are quick to sue newspapers and paparazzi photographers. So if they don't condemn the content, we can assume they have no problem with the narrative." The biography has been hugely successful so far and is already the best-selling book on Amazon UK, weeks ahead of its release. The best-rated comments. Meghan Markle has deserted the family she married into. She now needs to just keep quiet. The book has made division worse, but that seems to be what Markle thrives on. Finding Freedom made everything worse. No idea why Meghan, Harry and Omid thought this book is a good idea. Don't worry, Kate, you're going to make an amazing queen one day. You've got more class in your little finger than Meghan will ever have in her entire life. Kate is doing a great job alongside William. She doesn't deserve this. Meghan is a nasty, spiteful and bitter woman. Her worldwide reputation is trashed. She reaps what she sows. Why can't H&M just keep their mouths shut? Washing your dirty linen in public never does anyone any good. M&H have behaved appallingly. Unbelievable behavior from Harry without a care as to its effects on his brother, father, and grandparents. He should be utterly ashamed. Not a huge Kate fan, but it's really unfair for her to be blamed for this. It's essentially saying, if she'd only become besties with Millimeters, all this could have been avoided. Ignoring that Millimeters took offense at every single thing. Dig in the dirt to sell books based on supposition and hearsay by low-life people is nothing new. Keep up the good work, William and Kate, and ignore the irrelevant non-entities. For a woman with only one family member at her wedding, what do you expect when they enter a family, and not just any family, a family steeped in tradition, history, and protocols? When William said take as much time as you like to get to know her, he was right. Meghan was never the right fit for this family. And the rest, as they say, is history. Quite frankly, Meghan Markle has shown the world exactly who she is. And that is a self-absorbed individual who only cares about herself. She has created an absolute storm and it's disgusting. Cheer up, Kate. The book reflects badly on Harry in millimeters, not you and William. Upsetting, if you and William care for Harry, but he has made his choices. Just carry on, and, if necessary, the two of you be there for Harry, if the wheels come off. In all the photos taken of Catherine and Meghan, it is obvious that Catherine was relaxed and welcoming. Likewise when Meghan was with the Queen. Every photo of the princes and Catherine that was ever taken has shown how close and happy they were. Until the last photo at Westminster Abbey. Only one person has a smug smile. I've never seen the other three look so unhappy. Don't give old Sparrow Legs a second thought, Kate. She could never hold a candle to you. It all went downhill when Meghan entered the scene. I'm sick of her constant quest for attention. Seems like there is some serious mental health issue going on with woman. Harry should be ashamed of his wife's actions. Don't worry, Kate. The country is behind you. You weren't the one who sold out their family and country. Oh, to be a fly on the wall during the nightly Skype calls. I bet they're not nightly anymore. That's a knife well and truly shoved in your back, in plain and public view. You can't get much lower than what Harry's done. Sold out his entire family to the media, who he claims he dislikes so much. Truly, the highest of double standards from this squalid little man. Catherine is our future queen consort, and as such I doubt very much she gives two hoots about Rachel. Not should she. So Harry and Meghan are mad at her father for talking to the press, but it's okay for them to give information about Kate and William in their book. Right, okay. Kate has the support of the British public. She doesn't need to be upset by misleading gossip. Meghan is such a bitter, malignant presence in the family. It seems there's no end to the malice she'll show for revenge and attention. They haven't issued any statements about the book being false because Harry and Meghan have clearly contributed to it. I expect Kate is bored of the whole saga and just glad Meghan and Harry have left the country and the RF. I doubt very much that Kate has been left devastated. She is from a solid, loving family and her marriage appears to be happy. I would assume that she has expected this and worse. Harry getting back at his brother for asking if Markle was the one, so he picks on Kate. Kate, don't upset yourself. She's a nasty person. Rise above it. If Harry really had decided to marry after 2 meetings, it is not surprising that his brother said get to know this girl. Who wouldn't? Feel sorry for Kate. She keeps her head down, she doesn't complain, and she's been dragged into all of this. There are always two sides to every story. In this case, what Meghan has told gullible writers and the truth. Carry on, Kate. True Brits are behind you. Kate will do just fine. She is a future Princess of Wales, then the Queen Consort, and the Queen Mother. Meg's will only be remembered for her embarrassing behavior and endless litigation. As for Harry, he is just pathetic. The Duchess of Cambridge is way too classy to be bothered with nutcase Meghan. As for future King William and Harkle, that is a relationship that will never be the same as long as Meghan is in picture. She is too conniving and evil. Her life relationships are proof of that. Kate has spoken to nobody outside of her close circle about this. Morton is just speculating. I can speculate myself that Kate is firstly concerned about William, about the impact of breakdown of William's relationship with Harry. Secondly, she will be worried about Harry himself, having known him for a decade and a half. I find it amazing that H&M thought this book would lead to a massive wave of public sympathy for their plight. It reveals them to be a pair of petulant, entitled, untrustworthy, devious whiners who take offense at perceived snubs that are not snubs at all but just palace protocol. They come across as middle-aged teenagers with delusions of grandeur and a massive dose of paranoia who think we real, hanging on every word they say. His eco-warrior credentials took a massive hit with the fake Greta call and penguins living at the end pole. Her recent speech, I couldn't listen, and was mesmerized by her new LA fish lips and high-worth hair extensions. Their credibility is gone, and they are now just a laughingstock. To sum up, Kate has nothing to worry about, and we are all happy that her husband is the heir, and not his brother. Left devastated? Lol. Jim a break. Kate is probably laughing herself silly with what Mug and Meg are doing with their antics. The only devastation being caused is by Ginge and Winge themselves. Idiots, the two of them. This book is an embarrassment. All it's done is expose how petty and entitled the Sussexes are. Shame on them. The only thing this book has done was to show us what nasty, spoilt and egotistical these greedy pair Harry and Meghan are. Don't worry, Kate, they will never be in the same league as you and William, and they know it. William is a better person than me. If my brother cooperated with a book that was openly nasty to my partner, kids, and other family members, I don't think I would ever speak to him again. If it is true that Kate is left reeling, then she needn't worry. Just about everyone on this planet can see through this vile woman and her lies. It was blatantly obvious to all and sundry that the second-rate actress wasn't as jealous of our Kate, who is everything she isn't. Hold your head up high, Kate. You've done nothing wrong. Dear Catherine, we the public all applaud your dignified silence. We do not believe one word written about, or even for, Mimi Markle. Please carry on. We adore you. Love, the world. Rachel Markle changed her name to her middle name to award her past and family. That speaks volumes. Ghosted them all bar one. Again, that speaks volumes. 3 marriages. Speaks volumes. Dumped a live-in lover of 4 years to chase another man. Speaks volumes. Would have been happy bagging Ashley Cole if he would have agreed. Speaks volumes. Now, she is attacking her new husband's family and friends, which speaks volumes. The Queen needs to remove the titles from these scroungers, and Prince Charles needs to stop funding their lifestyle as well. Meghan is just furious that the Duchess of Cambridge did not fall under her spell and therefore be manipulated. I think Kate sensed Meghan was someone who should be kept at arm's length. Date 2, and Harry is convinced he is marrying Markle. William advises caution and is declared a snob. Do the Markles expect us to side with them? Team William. I doubt very much that Duchess Kate is devastated. As busy as she is with family and responsibilities, she has much more important things to deal with than this trash. I think it will be hard for Sussexes after this book. It seems the couple have become very unlikable. Meghan was welcomed into the RF, given privileges she could only dream of, then rips it apart with no regard for the consequences. Just like she did with her own birth family. Horrible woman. Harry used to be very proud and supportive, close to his family. Today he is not. Meghan only associates herself with her mother and snubs the rest. You would have to conclude Meghan has strongly influenced Harry to attack his family, so he can be just like her. Obviously, neither Meghan nor Harry value family ties. No doubt they stay in as much touch as they do with Harry's family, because Harry's father is footing the bill for them. It's official. Meghan Markle is the most unlikable woman in the world. And we really tried. The worst rated comments. Kathy brought it all on herself. She drove the Sussexes out because she was insanely jealous of Princess Meghan's looks, charm, intellect, and work ethic. She was no longer top dog. Kate's worries, her false nice image is ruined. Yet again, Kath trying to make it all about herself. She is obsessed with fame and mad that she will never be as loved as Princess Meghan. This is more of Kate's PR. We don't believe her shock, hurt and surprise. She's upset because her Machiavellian behavior has been exposed. We saw the snide looks, the sniggering and the sulky behavior at H&M's wedding. Nobody buys Kate's tears. She needs help to truly accept other young women who have stature when they join the royal family. She already has enormous privileges because she's William's wife. She needs to stand down. These PR pieces are insulting our intelligence. We know what's really going on. Move on. H&M are amazing servants to underserved communities who benefit from the light that they bring. If Kate wants to compete with Meghan, she should be nicer and more humble, and more of a true servant to the British people instead of the PR photo shoots and handshaking. Stop the sniping, Kate, and stop planting stories in the papers. Yuck. Kate the victim as usual. Pathetic. The image of perfect Kate is no longer existing, so she cannot fool anyone anymore, and that's why she is devastated. Kate is upset she has been found out. She got on well with Harry and wanted to remain the center of attention. This is just another attempt to silence Princess Meghan. The family has been out to get her since the engagement. Unbelievable. Kate is far too winny to ever be a good queen. She complains and cries about every little thong. Kate is devastated, really. She knew what she was doing with her sly fox jealous self. She's just devastated that it's been made public. You could see the sourness on her face when Meghan was around. I totally see Kate and William differently now. Kate projects as haughty and cold and hopelessly stuck in the past. Meghan appears to be sunny, warm, and modern. Clearly, Care is jealous of Meghan and Harry's star appeal. I fear for the courtier who must kowtow at commoner Kate's feet during her state of devastation. Everyone knows that Kate isn't as charming, charismatic, and kind-hearted as Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. Kate is not a nice person. She planned all of this. Awful woman. This is all about silencing the Princess of Sussex. The family doesn't want to see a strong woman challenge Prince Charles for the throne. Kate's real side is being exposed. A nasty piece of work. It's good that Princess Meghan, Queen of our hearts, managed to see through her. Man, Kate is way overrated and needs a new stylist. Meghan would make a much better queen and certainly Harry a much better king. Inspiring, modern couple. What's the matter, Kate? Your nastiness finally catch up to you? The mask fell off Kate a while ago. Meghan is the nation's worth it now. Perhaps if Kate was warmer towards Meghan and William supported his brother, this wouldn't have happened. Meghan should not tolerate any bad mouthing from Kate. Miss Middleton trying to make it all about herself. Fact. Needs to face facts. She is and always will be upstaged by Princess Meghan. Fact. You cannot buy royal star power. Fact. Her Royal Highness Meghan was born with it. Fact. Miss Middleton needs to stick to her amateur snapshots. Fact. Good. She shouldn't have been so bitchy to Meghan when she joined the family. Even if for Harry's sake she could have tried harder to get on with her. Those catty cabin crew genes are just as strong when you inherit them. It appears that Middleton has now been found out for what she really is. All the years of overly animated facial expressions, totally fake persona turned on for the camera every time the press are around, totally false smile / yes when in the company of the ordinary people, always full of airs and graces, just like other Middleton females, especially Momager, can't stand the spotlight falling on others. Always has to be center stage. And more. Oh, suck it up, Kate. Meghan's had to put up with much worse press and survived it. Dozens of, hundreds of photos of Meghan with loyal friends. Where are the photos of Kate with her friends? Journalists seem to agree she has none. She seems to have dumped Pippa too. On her last birthday, Kate was seen outside church with a very grim looking Rose Hanbury and a couple of security guards. Whoop-dee-doo. Not a single balloon to be seen. Pity, Kate is only seen in multiple photos snubbing Meghan. Had Kate been less jealous and more open and friendly, she might have had, if not a friend, someone would have understood and shared life in the goldfish bowl. But pictures say no. Kate is upset, because now the world knows she isn't nice or perfect. Kate should have been nicer. Kate is a horrible woman, and was just clearly so jealous that a more beautiful woman was joining the family. Meghan is a strong woman, she can take over the monarchy duties if Kate is unable to. After what they have done, William and Kate will never be accepted as king/queen. They should really consider their position and leave it to George. If Kate reads this, she will be genuinely devastated. I'm sick of poor Meghan being blamed for Kate's fragile disposition. I thought the English were made of much sterner stuff. Good, it serves her right for being jealous and a racist bully towards poor Meghan, who did nothing wrong other than be born a person of color. Allegedly devastated. If true, she has herself to blame due to her jealous and hostile behavior towards Meghan. We sympathize with Meghan, not Kate. You guys were awful to her, never wanted her there, don't like that she's mixed, just admit it and move on. The explosive revelations contained within the excellent Finding Freedom, available at all good bookstores near you, have been a hammer blow to Kate Middleton's ambitions. The public mood has swung decisively against her in favor of Princess Meghan, and Kate now knows that she can never be queen. Clearly Princess Meghan has now become heir apparent. Kate is just a condition of yesterday, but Meghan has redefined what a modern day princess should be and should look like, and Kate will live in that shadow forever. I hope she has a blanket. Society will progressively imitate Meghan, while the shards are relegated to back pages of history. William only picked to marry Kate because they couldn't find anyone else who had right-hand negative blood group. William is right-hand negative, so they had to find a right-hand negative bride. The Queen and Charles are both zero negative. They won't breed out of that pattern. Kate, once again, using her kids to further her agenda. She is worse than Kris Jenner, and it's beyond tiresome. Needs to step down and let a true royal, Princess Meghan, right the ship. Princess Middleton is only upset because the British miss Queen Meg so much. Princess Middleton knows who the British public see as their queen, and it's not her. Sad. Maybe Kate never thought her rude and cold treatment towards Meghan would ever get released into the public eye. Since it has, she doesn't know how to rein in some damage control. Kate and will never respected the new black girl. Kate is 38, so why does she look like she's in her mid-50s? It's not as if she has much to do. Kate was worried that she was old news, so started spreading lies to make sure Meghan never got a chance, and the press lapped it up. Now pretends to be upset. Absolute piece of work. No one cares. Common Kate. You fall deaf, Kate. Your behavior towards Princess Meghan was absolutely disgraceful. She tried to forgive you, making it with you, offering nice gifts. Move on, please. Princess Meghan has been chosen by the Queen as her successor. That's what all British people want. Also, Princess Meghan is not responsible for your husband falling in love with her. Would love to see Meghan sort Kate out. Every time you see Kate's picture, you can see clearly her cold personality. Anti-Meghan trolls out again when, according to staff, Kate was extremely jealous of Meghan and Harry's popularity, their great and warm rapport with the public, their conversation and speech making skills, all of which neither Kate or William have. Kate is a snob. Meghan is letting the world know so. When she puts on her little queen crown, she will have to work twice as hard. Kate was nasty to Meghan. She underestimated her. Now she gets to wipe egg off her royal snotty face, while H&M collect the proceeds from their bestseller. Lol. Everyone can see what a nasty and vindictive woman Kate is now. If Princess Meghan were whitey, I very much doubt she would have treated her like this. What a racist. Kate and her mum are the cause. Meghan is trying a few things. Maybe work, maybe not. But Kate is just bone idle. The most recent comments. I would say Kate barely gives her a second thought. Meghan ghosted her entire family, apart from mum, and has now done the same with the RF. You know, the family she never had. I think most of the British public now realize how toxic she is. It's a shame Harry doesn't, but then he's been quite happy to play the same game and cut off his entire family and country for this person. Millimeters is not extraordinary when you see photos that haven't been photoshopped. Attractive, that is all. I doubt Kate is bothered by what the trailer trash has to say. The reality is nobody cares about Meghan, because she is incredibly disrespectful to senior royals, and her arrogance towards the royal family, whose pure blood can be traced back to over 1,000 years of historic. Just ignore each other like all good families. Doubt Catherine is disturbed by what Meghan says. Catherine is a secure, mature, unflappable woman. You would have to be uncouth and quite vile to affect her. Even if Meghan gave up her entire life for Harry family, I still have not read even one terrible thing that was done to innocent Meghan that made her run for her life to another country. I doubt Catherine is devastated, but I'm pretty sure SHW was very angry. Kate will always outclass Meghan. Markle will have another kid, just to make sure the cash keeps coming in after the divorce. Then she will shack up with her own kind in Shell-Suit City. MM's stance on all things in life is I 100% do not care what other people say about me or think about me, as well as better to be feared than liked, I would say / loved, but I can't imagine she knows what love is. It's a bewildering and remarkable attitude to have, usually the kind seen in tyrants. It shocks people into submission. A strikingly unusual approach to life for a so-called female with a supposedly unremarkable background. Where is all this rage coming from, and why exactly is it still being tolerated? Surely the triple threat weapons of manipulation, the technique of glamour / attractiveness, if you've never met her or seen her in action, and being a female can only last out for so long when you are a despot, and especially when the world is watching. Like Piers said, millimeters is not what she seems. Why are people even buying this book? They must be insane. Sometimes you have to cut your losses. Seriously, moving on is the thing to do. One simply cannot permit this to go on ad infinitum. Surely this brazen and heartless onslaught on nearly a daily basis is giving press to these ingrates and taking away from the greater good other senior members of the family are working hard to bring forth. Now, those titles should be revoked. They do nothing positive for Sussex at all, but far more pressing, they simply must be removed from the line of succession, and all posterity, now and future, so they never get closer to the throne. Also, the powers that be must heed the pulse of public opinion and stop up the funds for these two. Let them stand on their own 2 feet. It's very good they live so far afield. I would never trust them again. Not with the lunch menu or anything greater. They will only continue to leak things via those friends. Clearly Kate and William were upset. Clearly everyone in the royal household would have been upset. But, H&M are making themselves a laughingstock, and I see it all ending in tears. That could well be something to get devastated about. You are all pretty nasty towards Meghan. You never gave her a chance. Can someone teach Meghan how to hold a baby? Poor kid. Why would she need to be taken under anyone's wing? Wasn't she running her own show from the get-go? At SWGM, that is my issue with H&M. All these fake copy speeches from them, and you don't see any actions that they are physically doing the resolve what H&M are putting out on their so-called platforms or humanitarian causes. They're fooling themselves. People are now wise up to their deceitfulness. I wonder how Bishop Tutu feels about the whole shenanigans. The actors fool him too. Kate, it is time to act like an adult and not pout when every little thing isn't going the way you wish. Meghan is here and here to stay. I know you dislike sharing the limelight, but you will have to get used to it. Revelations? I think imaginations is a more accurate term. The more I hear about what's in this book, the more I see that this all came of Meg's feelings being hurt because she wasn't catered to by the entire family. The more I read, the more it sounds like a high school relationship. By the second date they knew they'd be together forever and save the world. Hilarious. I think Kate doesn't care one bit what they have to say about her. Meghan has clearly indicated that she has no intention of remaining part of the royal family. Really? Goody goody plumpsy with all the backing of the palace and the Daily FAI.L. Someone thinks she is bad news, and it will come out in the end. The second American woman to marry into our royal family with negative impact. I do believe Ms. Markle has psychological issues. FFS a 43 years old Z-lister complaining my sister-in-law didn't take me under her wing. Millimeters had dozens and dozens of helpers helping her. She listened to none of them. Millimeters knew it all. Now it's everybody's dead fault but hers. For left devastated, read bloody annoyed, as the rest of us would be. Why should she be best friends with someone with whom she has absolutely nothing in common? Is it just me, or has this book not simply told us what we knew already? It's a good thing that Catherine never had a relationship with Markle. I'm sure all their conversations would have been splashed all over the internet. Markle is an evil woman. Meghan is worse than any virus for destroying lives. The sooner William gets his hands on the Duchy of Cornwall etc the better. No more money for Harkles. Finding Freedom, a story about royals nobody likes anymore. Harry everywhere. Millimeters has been there is trouble, rifts and fallout. Now work bit out. She is not number one and never will be. She is a 2-bit second-rate actress. You have been taken for a mug. Any made-up catfight drama pales in comparison to being married to William. They are not making things any easier for themselves by all accounts, but I can't comment too much on the article because I was beaten by the pop-up media and drop-down ads. I don't know why they are proud of this book. It doesn't make them come across as the innocent party. It just shows they are angry, spoiled, narcissistic little children. It seems like only yesterday the DM comments were full of people attacking Whitey Katie and how old she looked, her dress sense, her hair, her family. How fickle the public is. Catherine had her hands full. She was pregnant, has young children, and is a working royal on top of that. She was supposed to be Meghan's BFF too. The Sussexes need to stop complaining about everything. Megalomaniac always finds the camera. The gruesome twosome are quite evil, taking ordinary events and twisting and spinning to suit their nasty victim narrative.
That concludes the video. Thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Personally, I'm sure Kate is upset about all this drama in her family, but I always find these royal experts a bit dubious. I think they write a lot of fiction. What do you think? Please like and subscribe for at least 4 videos a week.